Wow, that's so much fun. Just went to visit my friend, Craig, and he had a couple dudes over. I guess he's having some drama with his girlfriend, my friend Craig, and something like she took off with his keys to his car or some kind of crazy thing. So his friends came down to help him out and just kind of chill him out and give him a ride somewhere or something. I didn't know, well, he didn't know this was going to happen, but I walked into that. But I did end up seeing him for a while, though. I think I stayed there a couple hours, and it was great, man. Like, I didn't talk much to Craig, but I did talk to him about how I want to do videos with him, talking about the events. I briefly explained what happened to the other guys that were there. One guy's named Sean, who I met already. Really cool guy. Another guy named Mike, who just meeting for the first time. Super cool. And what was fun is that we're all coming from a different place, but they're cool, like people you can talk to. So they're not going to freak out about anything. The guy Sean was a science guy. Kind of, he's open-minded. And he knows some Eastern philosophy too, and a lot of other interesting shit. But he knows his scientific facts, data, and that kind of thing. Which I used to be that way, but now I realize it's all completely irrelevant. You might as well know how the USS Enterprise works from those Star Trek blueprints. It's about the same thing. It means the same stuff. It's just as useful. But so he's not in the God thing. The other guy, Mike, is a lapsed kind of God guy who wants to get his faith back. He said he misses feeling that way when he knew there was a God, and he's not sure if it's just the world, the insanity of the world is turning him to want God again. But and the thing that was interesting about him is, like, at one point we just having the conversation about all this stuff, and he mentioned, he goes, yeah, but you know, he was saying something I was saying. He goes, yeah, I don't think so. He said, but so far I think I disagreed with everything you said. And to me, I'm like, oh wow, I'd like to talk to this guy more often. I'm sure I'll see them again, because I met Sean before, and I guess and Mike's been around a while too, although I never met him. But these are older friends of his, and yeah, it was really cool. The thing I get the most out of is from not someone who shares opinions and concepts, although not everyone did at all there, but I can learn the most from people who don't agree with anything I'm saying. Like that was like, oh, I gotta talk to him. Mike's cool, but he's a little bit more thoughtful. He doesn't, I talk super fast and animated. Sean's somewhere in the middle. My friend Craig was walking around cleaning his place, and Sean's he's a bit more thoughtful. It takes him a while to think about something. But yeah, he's got kids, and we connected, both being fans of Fenway Park. He's a Red Sox guy from Hawaii. Weird thing is, though, his family owned jewelry stores and pivoted into restaurants. And my in-laws were the same way. They owned jewelry stores here and pivoted to restaurants. We have a lot in common. And I think one of the first things I said as we started having this discussion, it wasn't like a planned thing. We just all started talking. Hey, who are you? Who are you? I'm this guy. Anyway, is that people have more in common with each other than they don't. You have more in common with the people around you than anyone who is controlling your fate via finances or just any kind of pressure or control that's being brought down on you. You have nothing in common with those people. You have more in common if you're a liberal, right? You have more in common with your Trump-loving neighbor. And if you're a conservative, you have more in common with your John Stewart loving neighbor than you do before the farmers, the people that, you have nothing in common with them. And while we fight on about identity stuff like I'm this, I'm black, I'm Irish, I'm gay, I'm this and that, everything we are, they see us as all one group. We're spending all this time dividing ourselves into subgroups and subgroups and subgroups, and that's going to happen. I don't expect that to change. The coming together won't happen, but no matter what we look at ourselves as, they see us as one whole group and then them. And I was talking with Sean about, he's the more science guy, he's talking about how the inevitability of man to fuck up his own situation. A lot of the things, like the social ills he was trying to say, was because of man. Well, it's man's nature to do this. It's in man's nature to eventually be violent or turn on this and that. And my argument was, no, we're being pushed that way. We're not inherently violent. We're not inherently bad. He was all in on blaming man, and I was all in on blaming the piano player, the soft-handed piano player. It was a great three-way conversation. Yeah, like my friend Craig, who is staying there, was running around the house, cleaning it, doing some other stuff, so I just talked to two of his friends. And to have that level of discourse is pretty awesome. I don't get to really talk to people about the kind of stuff just all the stuff, I felt kind of, they're both really open-minded guys, even though they have a lot of different opinions. But I felt like I was more free to say things. I didn't have to hide anything. There were times like when Sean, the science guy, starts going on about space and how it relates to this and that. I just kept quiet. I'm just like, yeah. And there's a lot of science stuff that, because in his world, and I'm not saying he's in any kind of world, or he's in the Matrix or out of the Matrix, in between the Matrix, whatever. In his world, there's a whole bunch of receipts that back up those ideas. There's books written about these ideas, like about scientific ideas. Well, this guy wrote that, this guy discovered that, these people said that. So there's all this evidence for it. So arguing against it is impossible. I mean, it's not impossible, but you're going to waste a lot of energy doing it. And it's like, why? I'd rather spend that time coming together on the things we can come together on and try to see if a consensus can be reached in any direction about anything. Yeah, it was really good. I was really grateful to be able to have that situation where I talked with those guys. But me and Craig are going to do some stuff about the summer of 2017, how all this spirituality stuff started for me. We went over it today briefly about how we wanted to do it and when. I figured we'll do it as a walker. We'll do a walking thing like this. And him and I will just walk. Like how me and Nia do it some mornings when we walk in the morning. Just something like that, casual style, as presentation-y as I get, But so he's down here for a while. I know he is. We'll be definitely doing some stuff and getting into stories that I've only hinted at or talked about in a general sense. Demonic stalking, things like that. But yeah, today I was hoping to do a little quick one today, but he had his friends over and this drama with his girlfriend was unfolding. So I said, hey, we'll do something this week. He wanted to meet up tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I would, but I don't want to put the pressure on him. I want it to be casual. Once you start trying to put pressure on something, me and Nia have been talking about doing the is it Marriott over there? Because we walk by it in the morning. We're like, we should do a walk through. Because we did a walk through of another hotel. And like, we had this idea like 2 weeks ago, and we keep putting it off. Like, tomorrow's your day off, let's do it. All right, tomorrow's my day off, let's do it. And there's another Waikiki channel, like a touring one, which is way more professional and just done much better. They just did a walkthrough of the place, the Marriott over there we're going to. So, but we'll still do ours. But yeah, I was toying with the idea of what to do about the walking Waikiki thing, because when I first started doing it here, and this isn't going to be anything about the channel, because no one gives a talk about channels. I hate when people with channels talk about things. No one cares. I'm just saying that with this, it's like I'm always afraid that, you know, some couple who wants to go on vacation, or some ex-resident here is going to click on it looking to see something, like a tour of the area, and then they get me. I'd feel really bad about that. But yeah, I'm just going to keep it now to differentiate. If you don't know the difference, the stuff I film outside is walking Waikiki. The stuff I do in the garage is Schizo Garage. And the stuff I do up in my apartment is Bat Cave, HNL. It's just a way to divide them. So that if I'm looking for a certain subject of a video, I might remember, yeah, I did that up in the house. So all I got to do is look through the Bat Cave HNL ones. I don't have to go through, you know, all 800 videos. It's just a way to break it down a little bit more. But fuck was I even going with that? I don't know. I'll let you go. I just wanted to update on that. We didn't do a video today because things are happening. I had a good conversation though with some really cool, smart guys, and I wish I could have more like that. I mean, I talk about that stuff here, but it's, you know, it's just usually me talking. There's not a lot of people that, it's not even a Hawaii thing, there's not a lot of people anywhere that you can have these kind of sort of schizo conversations with. Hopefully I'll see those guys again. We'll get to hang out again soon. But for now I'm gonna head on home, and you don't need to be here when I go through the thought process of what I need to do this afternoon. So I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna continue thinking about it. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.